Welcome to another episode of Slick Works, guys. In this episode, pretty big deal. I have a car in the shop that isn't mine, and it's here for me to work on it, which is awesome. As I'm nearing the end of the custom paint job on the Monte Carlo, that paint job for my own car is costing me a lot of money, so I kind of got a kick in the butt by the wife, like, start bringing in some jobs, let's go. So now we are officially open for business. And here we have a 67 Pontiac Parisienne, Grand Parisienne. Beautiful car. And it's here for some tattoos. So Justin, he wants some pinstripe work on the hood, as well as the trunk, maybe a little on the sail panel or something. He just said play with it, have fun, do something on the dash if you want. So I'm just gonna kind of play with it and see if I can come up with something that I like. But I showed him some photos of like the hot rod style pinstripe work that I've done in the past, and he was like, yep, cool, works for me. So here we go. Okay, so initial thoughts on what I've got laid down so far. Am I happy with it? Yeah. So this is the first color, one of two colors. Next up is white. It looks okay. It's mostly symmetrical. I had a guideline on the trunk lid, which definitely helped me out. On the nose, not as thrilled about it. This looks pretty cool. I think that I can work with once I put some weight over, as well as this side I managed to replicate it pretty well on this side too. So yeah, I'll be able to play around with that with some weight. Show you guys the nose. So this is the initial block laid down. I think it looks pretty cool. Like, you know, not perfectly symmetrical though. So I mean, I know I'm a perfectionist, but yeah, I mean, it looks cool. It for sure looks cool. I actually went through my photos on my phone, and it turns out last time I picked up a striping brush was November 23rd, 2021. So over a year ago was the last time I picked up an actual camel hair and laid it down on a panel. So I think this is pretty good. Yeah, so I've been at this for 2.5, 3 hours or so. Color number 2 is about to hit the car. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm officially fully stoked about this. Yeah, again, so not perfectly symmetrical, but definitely hot rod, definitely cool. Yeah, I like it. I'm happy with that for sure. Awesome. Okay, well, this turned out pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm happy with that. I think that looks pretty sick. I'd be happy with that on my car. So, yeah, feels good. It's kind of like what I got going on with like the artwork on my arm and my tattoos that I've done on myself is like, if you don't pick it apart with a fine-tooth comb, it's a good tattoo. Okay, so now I'm gonna try again. This is attempt number 3 at coming up with something on the dash. I tried twice with using white first, and I just wasn't thrilled with it. It was not working out for me. So today I've given the dash a good wipe down and got it nice and clean. So maybe there was like some sort of, Armor All or something on it at one point in time, but man, the lines were not pulling. So hopefully now I can come up with something cool that I'll be happy with, and I'll be proud to deliver this to Justin. Threw a little something on the license plate because why not? That's a little design on there. Okay, well, I'm loving these patterns, but one thing I noticed is the clock doesn't work, so I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with my Monte Carlo. Let's see if he notices before this video goes out. $420, man. Yeah, dude. And for the record, I don't actually smoke weed. I haven't in years. Makes me way too paranoid. But we all know if you've been to a lowrider meet or, well, yeah, there's always a bit of a cloud in the air, but that's all good. Doesn't bother me. Is this car done? I think so. That looks pretty sweet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Keys are in the ignition because I just had to show you guys something totally awesome about this car. Just setting up my tripod for this clip. This is something that you never see with modern cars and will never see again in a new car in your entire life, unless Tesla decides to, I don't know, actually make something decent for once. You may have noticed that the headlights wouldn't open unless the engine was running. That's because they are vacuum controlled. Yes, they are controlled by suction from your engine, which is so cool. Everything nowadays is electronic. There's fly-by-wire throttle. Everything is controlled by electronics, where back in the day, it was all little, you know, vacuum tubes that you run a lot of features of your car on, which is totally obsolete these days, but absolutely appreciate it. It's so cool. Another thing about this car that when I was reviewing the footage, which is kind of rare, is that both the headlight covers, they were in sequence. They were perfectly matched, which in something that is 20 years older than me, 22 years older than me actually. I was born in '88 and this is a '67. It's super rare to actually have the headlights open up, you know, perfectly synchronized, which these do. So hats off. I love this car. I think it's super cool. Justin, your car is totally rad, dude. So we got our lovely little tattoo, little pinstripe on the front here. Turned out really good. I was a little bit self-conscious about some of the lines. The sail panel piece looks good. Trunk piece. Yeah, pleased with that. Not perfect, not perfectly symmetrical from side to side, of course. But I mean, look at it.
I mean, just get a look at that.
It looks cool. Like, yeah. Yeah, so that sets off the back of the car nicely. This sail panel nicely matches the other side. Looks pretty good. I was a little concerned about certain lines when you look down them like that, but it looks great. Yeah, so onto the interior. I hope he likes this because he's gonna have to stare at it anytime he turns his key and goes for a drive. But the stripe work on the dash, I think it turned out pretty good. Just brought some, it's actually one-shot fire red. Brought some fire red into the interior just to finish off the artwork. Bring some of the artwork from the outside into the inside so we can enjoy it as he goes for cruises. I think he's gonna love it. Being on camera. Okay, well that's a wrap on Justin's car. He was totally stoked about it. Like, just kept walking around it, and his kids actually pointed out the little pinstriping I had on the license plate. He's like, no way. So yeah, it feels really good to see him so excited about the artwork that he did on his car. So thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate that. I left the lights on in the shop. Okay, and it is now the part of the program where we do the slick secret sound. So let's see if you can. Okay, so first off, the last guy that won was Chevy SS 454 SS. You got it, man. It was a Honda starter motor. I think they used the same starter motor from like 70s until recent. So yeah, it was the first thing that popped to my head to use. Anyways, so this is a new sound effect. See if you guys can get it. Here it is. And there it was. So if you guys figured out that sound effect, comment below. If you get it right, first person to get it right, shout out in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.